These are the games I played in August 2025. Right everyone, hope you are doing well. Thank you for pressing play once again. I'm the man they call Pixel Paul, and this is my monthly recap of what I've been playing. And this time we're looking at what I played in August. So August has been a little bit of a funny month for me in terms of playing games, in that I'm kind of missed half of the month in a way. I wasn't here, I was on holiday for 2 weeks of it. So it was a good chunk of the month taken up by the holiday. Now, I did take a few games to play with me as well. I even bought a few games to take with me too, mainly on handheld consoles. But I suppose it's a good sign. I didn't actually play that many while I was on holiday. The two games that I did play while I was away were on the PS Vita, Wipeout 2048. So I've played this on and off over the last however long. But yeah, this game I did just pick it up and play it for a little bit. I do love Wipeout games, and I do like this PS Vita version of it. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I had a quick go of that. And then I also played this, well, some of this game, and I actually picked this up while I was on holiday. So all of the games that I actually took with me, other than Wipeout 2048, I didn't actually end up playing. But like I said, that's probably a good thing, because it meant I was sort of enjoying myself, and plenty of things were happening. So yeah, the only other game I did play was Retro Atari on the Nintendo DS, and I actually picked this up from a car boot sale. £2 I think I paid for it. And yeah, I was playing a couple of games on this. Mainly I played Missile Command, Pong, and what was the Breakout, and a bit of Lunar Lander as well. There's only about, is it 10 games, something like that on here, but it's not a bad little compilation disc, compilation game, this one for the DS, and it does actually work quite well. I've played other kind of retro games on the DS, and they don't work for whatever reason. Sometimes they're just not made particularly well. I'm thinking Arkanoid DS in particular, but there is a version of Breakout on here, and this works absolutely fine. So yeah, Retro Atari, that was the only other game I played on holiday. So the other sides, so there was like a week before and a week after my holiday. What else have I been playing? Cheers everyone. So yeah, although there was 2 weeks either side of the holiday, I did get a little bit of gameplay in, and going right back to the start of August, and if you watched my previous What I Played video, which was for July, you'll know that I was playing this game. I hadn't quite finished it, but I have finished it now, and that game is Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business. So I have now finished this game. I finished it like literally a couple of days after I did the last of these videos. But yeah, I spoke about it quite a lot. Really enjoyed this game. Did like it. I loved Rogue City, and there's a story to tell about Rogue City as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great addition to the sort of base game, if you like. I'm still slightly surprised that it's classed as physical DLC in a way, and then it came out at such a budget price. I got through about 15 hours worth, maybe something like that. So I think that's pretty good value for money. I also got a platinum for it, which I don't do often. I'm not a particularly achievement points hunter or trophy hunter or anything like that, but I did manage to get a platinum for this, so it's probably quite easy to do really. But yeah, I did get a platinum for it as well. I also learned playing this game how to do the modifications for the gun, for Robocop's main sort of pistol that you can see he's holding there. I can't remember what it's called now. I went through Rogue City not really doing that right. I think I must have missed the point in the game where they explained how you do that. And I think I was basically just filling in all of the grid. If you know what that game, if you've played it and you know what I'm talking about, I was just filling in all of the sort of sections of that, not realising that I was actually handicapping myself in a way. I was making the character and the gun worse. So I think I got to a point in this where I was thinking, I'm sure I'm doing this wrong. So I looked at a bit of a tutorial on YouTube, realised where I was going wrong, and suddenly it kind of made his weapon, his main sort of pistol, that one, a lot better. And I kind of flew through the game in the end. So yeah, at least it taught me how to do that. So Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business. Played it, finished it, platinumed it, loved it. Great game. And because I did that and I'd learned how to upgrade properly, I also went back to Robocop Rogue City. I did love this game. I played it ages and ages ago. I never beat the final boss. And I think I know why now, because I wasn't doing the upgrades on the guns properly. So I went back to this, still had my game save, did all the upgrade, the way you were supposed to do it, and beat the final boss first time. I'd struggled and struggled and struggled, and I've heard other people say that they really struggled with. It's like Robocop 2. It's like Kane from Robocop 2 almost, but it's slightly different. I don't want to spoil it too much if you've not played this, but yeah, I struggled to beat it the first time around. But I did all the upgrades, learned how to do it, and did it first time. It was actually really, really easy. But again, so yeah, I finished Robocop Rogue City officially, properly this time as well. But again, fully recommend it. Did love that game. Moving on, what other games did I play? So, because I've been on a Mega Drive kick recently, and I picked up a few more Mega Drive games while I was on holiday. But at the start of the month, I was back to what is fast becoming one of my favourite Mega Drive games, Streets of Rage. Yeah, I was just playing this again. I think it's because I've been looking at Master System stuff, and there is a version of Streets of Rage on the Master System as well. So I was kind of comparing a little bit because I was watching a bit of YouTube footage. So I just went back to playing this again. And yeah, Streets of Rage, Mega Drive. I absolutely love this game. I really do. I think I actually do prefer it over Streets of Rage 2. I know Streets of Rage 2 is considered to be the better game and probably the best game of the series. But for me, just Streets of Rage 1, it has that something about it. I just like it that little bit more. I can't put my finger on why. I just prefer playing it. So yeah, Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive. Going on to... So I'm going to talk about this one as well, actually. So, if you've watched any of these videos in my series before, you'll know that this was a pickup from earlier in the year. I'd really been looking forward to buying it. I delayed playing it a little bit because I did want to devote some time to it. I have put a few hours into it now, and I felt a little bit underwhelmed with it. Folklore on the PlayStation 3. So, I'll cut to the chase. I'm just finding it a little bit boring, a little bit basic. There's not a huge amount to it. It looks nice enough. The sort of score is really nice. It controls how you expect it to control. Yeah, I don't know. The story's quite intriguing in a way, and I think the story is what's kind of drawing me back to it every now and then. But I'm just finding it a bit boring, which is really frustrating because, like I said, I've never played it before, and I was really looking forward to playing it. But it's just felt a little bit of a letdown. Maybe it's one that I need to put back on the shelf, forget about it for a bit, and maybe come back to it next year or something like that. Certainly not going to sell it on or anything yet, but yeah, I've just been a little bit underwhelmed with Folklore. So I'm hoping I can get into it. Maybe it gets better as you go along. I'm not sure though. Folklore. I'm a bit on the shelf about that one at the moment. On the Xbox, I have been playing Mortal Kombat Deception as well. So yep, carrying on that kind of thing where I'm trying to catch up on Mortal Kombat games a little bit. Mortal Kombat Deception, alright. Yeah, not bad actually. Didn't mind this. Presentationally a little bit underwhelming perhaps, but there's loads of characters in it. There's all the different options for different types of games as well. So you have Conquest and Chess, and there's like a 3D roaming. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It says it on there somewhere. I'm not sure. Puzzle combat, chess combat, conquest mode. That's the one. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Deception. Always thought the sort of spin-offy kind of, well, this isn't technically a spin-off, but these Mortal Kombat games maybe weren't quite as good. But this Deadly Alliance, I'm quite impressed with these so far. I must admit. Next on my radar is Armageddon. I want to get Mortal Kombat Armageddon as well. But I'll be playing this a little bit more as well. And I know Mortal Kombat 1 has just gone to PS Plus, so I'll probably give that a try as well in September. But at the moment, yeah, Mortal Kombat Deception, quite enjoying that one. On Xbox 360, I played a couple of games actually. Let's pull these two out. So, first up, I bought this one ages ago, and I can't remember what made me think to sort of stick it on and play it. But play it I have. I've not finished it or anything. Dynasty Warriors Gundam. So yeah, I bought this a while ago, I'm not a huge fan of Gundam. I'm not a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors. So, so I don't really know what kind of made me pick it up. I know I got it fairly cheap. I don't really know what made me sort of stick it on the other week, but um, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know. I know what Dynasty Warriors games are like because I have played a couple of them before. But yeah, it's just hack and slash, clear areas, and rather than having sort of Chinese warriors doing it, it's big mechs or whatever they are, Gundams. So yeah, I don't know. It didn't do anything bad. It just didn't do anything particularly outstanding. It's just one of those kind of games. Turn your brain off and hack and slash, which is usually my kind of thing. But yeah, I might carry on playing that a little bit more. And then another Xbox 360 game, and this one has surprised me actually. I always thought this was kind of a budget title, and it kind of was. But I picked it up a couple of months ago, gave it a go. I've been pleasantly surprised with it. Conan. Yeah, it's alright. Again, hack and slash game. It wants to be God of War. It wants to be God of War. It's not quite God of War. It's a lot more basic compared to that. But do you know what? It's presentationally, it looks okay. Music wise, it's okay. Combat's pretty fluid and easy to do. A little bit basic, perhaps. There's not a huge amount to say about it other than it's kind of held my attention a little bit. It's not that bad. The only thing I would say about it is I'm not sure about the main character, Conan, and the voiceover work for him. His voice just seems a little bit off. Now, whether I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm expecting Arnold, that kind of voice, the Schwarzenegger voice, to voice him. I know it wasn't like that in the old sort of 90s TV series of Conan, which probably is a bit more like him. So, yeah, other than that, it's a minor gripe. Yeah, I thought it's okay, actually. It's not been too bad. You can pick this up relatively cheap as well, and if hack and slash fantasy type games are your thing, I think Conan's probably worth a quick look, actually. So, yeah, relatively impressed with that one. Not bad at all. So those are the games that I've played, but I also played this one. Now, I actually started to download it before we went on holiday. I've been meaning to play it before, but I have played it a little bit before. I think I or installed it onto my PlayStation 4, played it a very tiny little bit. But before we went on holiday, I thought I'm going to install this on the PlayStation 5 and I'll give it a proper go because I've been wanting to. Because I really enjoyed the first game back in the day. It was a PlayStation 2 game. This is the sequel. Been playing it, really like it. Psychonauts 2. So yeah, finally given this a go. And funnily enough, what was announced just the other day, Psychonauts 2 is going on to PS Plus. Wouldn't you know it? So this is not a shameless plug for PS Plus. I promise you. I installed this before I went on holiday. I started playing it when I got back, and then within a couple of days, it's the free game on PS Plus this month. Hey ho! But it's good because I think more people need to play this game. I think if you have got PS Plus and you do give it a go, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. If you've never played the first Psychonauts game, which was on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, I would say try and pick it up and play that first because the stories do kind of go straight into Psychonauts 2. So I think it's probably worth playing the first one, and it is a great game, the first game. A little bit pricey these days. I think both the Xbox version I think the Xbox version is about £18, this is a guess. And I think the PS2 version is about 22. So they are quite pricey, but it is a good game. It's a really good game. Not enough people played it back in the day. We were quite lucky really to end up getting a Psychonauts 2, So I thoroughly recommend this one. I don't know how far into it I am. Not massively deep into it. But I've certainly got further than when I played it earlier in the year, I think it was. And it's it's just great. It's very quirky, weird sense of humour, very strange look to it. It almost feels like this is a game that Tim Burton could have made. And you could almost see like Tim Burton creating a live action film or an animated film of this. It would be interesting to say the least. So yeah, it's essentially a 3D platformer with sort of psychic ability type elements to it. And like I said, very quirky, bit weird looking. there's a hint of Ratchet and Clank about it as well. I think that's mainly the bad guys that are in it kind of remind me of the bad guys that are in Ratchet and Clank games. But yeah, there's similarities to Ratchet and Clank in some ways. So if you like Ratchet and Clank, you might get a kick out of this as well. So yeah, thoroughly recommend it. It is going on to PS Plus apparently this month. And I'm going to give this one my game of the month for August. So those were the games I played in August 2025. A brief look, only a few games played really. Hoping in September I'm going to carry on with Psychonauts 2. I probably should mention Dying Light. I've given up on Dying Light. I've taken too big a break from it. And I just don't think I'm going to get back into it. I do like Dying Light. I do like it a lot. But it's just, I don't know, it's too much time to spend on one game for me personally. It's one that I will keep on my hard drive. I'll keep it saved, the game saved. So may well go back to it at some point. But for now, I've just put that to one side. But it is a good game. But I'm just trying to get into Psychonauts 2. I've got a few other games sort of lined up as well that I do want to play. Until Dawn, which I picked up recently. I wanted to try Until Dawn out as well. And there's also a few games coming out, new releases as well, which I've got on my radar. Way too many to list. There's one particular one coming out at the end of October, which I know I definitely want to get. I won't say what it is yet. But yeah, it's Dying Light has just kind of died for me, sadly. Anyway, as always, let me know what you've been playing this month and what you're planning to play in the next couple of weeks. Always interested to know. I'll always try to reply as well. Hope you enjoyed that quick look, and I will see you next time.